Well, meantime, a new student services center is on the way at Grambling State University. A groundbreaking was held today, and Kendall Jones was there. She joins us now with all the details. Kendall?
Jennifer, the Student Services Center at GSU will serve as the hub for academic and student services.
The center will be aligned with Long Jones Hall on the campus quad. It will house several offices, including financial aid, registration, admissions, and housing, all in one building. It is fully financed through the GSU Foundation and relief funding from the federal government. The president of the university says students will see a number of benefits.
You think about just any consumer experience or journey, you want as few touch points throughout that process, and you want to streamline that process. So instead of students having to walk to 4 or 5 buildings, they can now come to one building. It's not just the building though, it's the operational efficiencies that will be in the building. So better customer relationship management, better ability to respond to emails and use of technology.
Lincoln Builders Incorporated is in charge of the construction. They say they are excited to bring the facility to Grambling's campus.
Well, it's from a building standpoint, the benefit's going to be having a essentially no maintenance building that will perform for generations. I mean, that's our goal. So it's going to be in budget and perform for generations.
University officials say this project marks a future that charts a new path for the built environment at Grambling State University.
There's no set official completion date or opening date at this time. We'll keep you updated on air and online at KNOE.com. Back to you.